A few weeks ago, I didn't know what to make for dinner. I knew I wanted something that was comfort foody, but I just was like tight on time. So I came up with this recipe. I'm calling it a weeknight shepherd's pie because it's easy to make. It comes together rather quickly. And of the easy recipes that we're doing, this is kind of like the most, I guess, intense one. It requires the most amount of work, but it's still pretty easy to do. It's really yummy and I'm excited to make it, so let's do it. Hair is up, so you know we mean business. To start, we're gonna start cooking some vegan ground beef. I'm using the one from Abbott's Butcher. They had sent me this to try so long ago and I really liked it, and it's a product now that I buy fairly regularly, like when I remember that I want it. Comes frozen. It's funny, I felt like it was in different packaging the last time, like in a round packaging. So I just gotta open this, hold on. I have a giant pan here that I apparently do tricks with. I just cut this in half and I'm gonna plop them in there. Yeah, I really like it because it's made with like nice ingredients. It has like mushrooms, pea protein, onion, so it's like a nice substitute. So I'm gonna pop this on the stove while we do some other things. All right, we got a potato here. This is a gold potato. I really wanted a russet actually, but I thought we had russets and then I went to look and we didn't have any russets. So we're using gold, just piercing it with a fork, and I'm gonna microwave this for like 5 to 7 minutes until it's nice and cooked up and soft for mashing. While that's microwaving, I also have the oven preheating, just so you know, it's on 450 Fahrenheit. Gonna chop up a carrot. We've talked about this before, but you don't need to peel carrots, and when you're cooking quickly and trying to just get things done, sometimes having to peel and then chop, it's like, makes it more annoying. So these bigger pieces, I'll just cut. The smaller you cut things, the quicker they cook. And something that's important when doing like fast meals is to multitask. Like, we've already got a few things going for the recipe, right? Like, we got the beef cooking, we got the oven preheating, we got the potato going, we're chopping. So it's a great way to like maximize your time in the kitchen. Because carrots are a little harder, I'm actually just gonna throw these in to our pan right away. In here with the vegan beef, I'm gonna start to break it up with my spatula a little bit, but I'm also gonna add in 1 tablespoon of vegan butter. Then we'll add in those carrots. I'll just let this keep cooking while we chop the onion up. The more you cook, you know, the quicker you'll get at getting things done in the kitchen. Cooking is, oh, there's my potato. Cooking is a skill just like anything else, you know. And this is one of those recipes, I don't know if you guys know when I told you that like the stipulations were like 20 to 30 minutes to be done, or like 20 to 30 minutes of prep and then you just like bake it. This is that recipe. 20 to 30 minutes of prep and then we just throw it in the oven. Okay, I'm gonna go slide our onion in. We'll check on the potato as well, see if it needs more time. Everything looks like it's going good and softening up. So I'm gonna throw in our not our carrots. We already put in our carrots, Francesca. I'm gonna throw in our onion. The microwave is yelling at me. I know. Then I have some chickpeas. I like to add the chickpeas in. It just adds a little more substance, and chickpeas are good for you. Right in here, I have some tomato sauce. Pour that in. I'm gonna pour in a little water as well. And we'll just let this cook up for a few more minutes. Like I said, this is going in the oven anyway, so it was just to kind of get some sauteing happening and get that vegan beef unfrozen. Leave this alone now, let it do its thing for a few minutes. All right, we cooked our potato for like about 8 minutes. That's how long it needed. Cut her open. It's gonna be hot, so be careful. I'm going to carefully scoop out the inside. Oh, I just love a gold potato. It's so pretty. It does definitely come off a little easier with a russet because the skin's a little thicker. I have like kitchen hands because I cook a lot, so if it's too hot for you, just give it a second because this is pretty hot right now. If you get a little skin in there, I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, it happens. Okay, so my potatoes are ready to go. I'm gonna add in vegan yogurt. This is 3/4 of a cup. gonna add tanginess, creaminess, a little protein. Gonna add in our vegan butter, 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna start with like a splash of non-dairy milk. We'll add more in as we need. And then, this is technically making it 11 ingredients, so forgive me, but we do need some salt in here. Here's what our potatoes look like right now. I think I want to add in another little bit of milk, the ripple milk, and one more little splash of that. And I tasted it and we just need a little more salt. Potatoes can like definitely, they could take a lot of salt, so don't be afraid. I needed a bigger bowl. What else is new? It's my life story. I always use something that's too small to mix in. That's done, our filling's done, so now it's time to assemble. So I have a cute little baking dish here, and I'm gonna pour in our filling. And again, like always, I'll make a mess apparently. And if you want to add more things in here, if you want to add peas, you could add in, of course, any other seasonings that you like. This is, like I said, this isn't traditional. This is weeknight shepherd's pie for when you want a shepherd's pie kind of feel, but you don't feel like going through the whole process of making one. And adding in something that already has flavor, like the sauce, helps to alleviate having to use a bunch of spices and stuff. So another tip. Then we'll scoop those mashed potatoes on there. It's funny because I never had shepherd's pie until I went vegan. So I've never even had like true shepherd's pie, which like I'm fine with. All right, I'm gonna spread out the mashed potatoes. Just try to do this carefully. So this way you actually get a nice layer of mashed potatoes. It's like frosting a cake. And the mashed potatoes on this aren't like a lot. So if you wanna do 2 potatoes, 3 potatoes, however many potatoes you wanna do. The last thing we're gonna do, which again, not traditional, but remember, this is Francesca's dream house. This isn't Ken's dream house. This is Francesca's dream house. I'm gonna sprinkle some vegan cheese on top because if you've never done that, it's delicious. I think this looks good. I'm gonna cover it with foil. Covering things with foil helps to kind of like promote steam inside of it, so it'll help melt that vegan cheese, and pop this in the oven. So our shepherd's pie has been in here for about 20 minutes. I'm gonna take it out for a second. We're gonna take the foil off. It's looking good, and I'm gonna put it back in here just for a few minutes with no foil. And then we should be good. Do you hear that crackling? I hope you can. Look at how good this looks. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna give this like a few minutes just to rest before we kind of dig in there, but it looks amazing. So I let the shepherd's pie cool for like 15 minutes, like I can touch this dish now. And I'm going to, of course, garnish this. Now the garnish is optional because it adds ingredients, but I can't help myself. I need like a little bit of greenery. So I have a little bit of rosemary here just to sprinkle on top. Not too much, just like enough so there's like little pops of green. It's just to add a little something to it, so it looks slightly prettier. All right, the moment has come where we can scoop some of this out. This is so yummy, so delicious. Like I said, if you want a thicker layer of mashed potatoes, go for it, add more in, but that filling is so good. Time for our taste test. I'm gonna be honest, I've been eating it already. I know it's good, it's so delicious. Oh, here's a bite. Just some of it fell on the counter, of course. You have to have everything in there. You have to have the potatoes, you have to have the cheese, you have to have the filling. So good. Oh my goodness, it's really good. Actually, I got the cheese idea on top from my boyfriend's mom because she was making it one night and she put real cheese on it, but she was like, I know this doesn't really go in there, but like, why couldn't it? And I was like, you know what? That's a good point. So yummy. I hope you guys try this one out. As always, full runout recipe is in the blog post. Everything linked down below in the description box, everything ingredients in the description box. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon with our final recipe. Bye.